This is a really cool iPad stand. It's made out of aluminum alloy. That'd be great for travel. If it's folding up small enough, definitely to be able to put into a suitcase. Check this out. Okay, so first of all, this is obviously where your iPad sits, and we have a little silicone pad right there on the bottom, and so it makes it more non-slip. And also here at the back, and it makes it more non-slip on this metal surface, which is super cool. You like that? And it's got that 3-point access, and this stand is tight too. If you put something pretty heavy on here, this stand is not going anywhere. You got a nice flat base there. It's padded on the bottom as well. It's silicone type of material on here, so that shouldn't mess up your table or anything whenever you have it down on your table. Okay, so that's gonna be hard to really, like if you were to knock that over, the stand is not moving, and then you have this piece right here. This stand is strong, and then of course you have your top piece right here, which gives you the third band right there. So you could really move this stand up and out of the way. You could bring it way back here, so you can fold it back if you can bring it forward if you need it to come forward. So now let's test it out with the iPad on there. Okay, so this is my iPad, and another thing I wanted to mention too is that, first of all, this piece that the iPad sits on, it's actually silicone right here, and that's for your cord, to be able to go in, and the cord just kind of sits nicely through there. It's not like okay, I'm gonna show you more. And the cord just kind of sits nicely. It's not like at a weird angle where it's going to start breaking. Because I know you'll know some of these cords after a long time of wear and tear on, they really start to get frayed and torn up. And that's usually because they get bent so much. So if you can prevent some of that bending, that you can easily do that with this little stand right here, just kind of gracefully sits there, okay, to connect to the iPad. So let's get our iPad here, and our port is right there. You guys can get an idea of how far it actually comes up the back. I would say that's maybe a third of the way up, and it's holding very well there. And it doesn't seem to slide if you're moving it one way or the other due to that silicone on the bottom there as well, which is super great. And also that little silicone piece that I mentioned at the beginning, it's also keeping the back on really nicely as well. So definitely liking that. Let's see how it's moving the iPad around while it's on the stand as well. So here we have it. And then let's just say I want to bring it down. I'm just going to bring it down. Okay, so it does. Oh, okay, I just noticed this. There's two other silicone pads right here so that it won't scratch your table right there, and that's super cool. I like that a lot. So you get this whole stand-up design without the pad falling over, and it's all silicone too. This stand is not going anywhere because it's silicone down here and silicone right here and silicone here as well. So I really like that a whole lot, and that is super cool. So let's go ahead and now bring it up. Okay, let's just bring it up. All right, so you could even take this stand almost flat if you wanted to. If you're a filmmaker and if you want to get that overhead shot of your iPad, but you needed a stand to put it on, this stand seems to be doing the trick. You know, you get one of this type of shots where it's looking down, like those cooking videos, you know, where they look down into the pot. You could do something like that using this stand right here. If you guys want to check out this stand, I'm gonna link it up in the description below. You can go read other people's reviews about it. Don't just take my word for it. I'm just one guy, have a introduction for the first time. It hosts the fires, the keynote fires. If you are into those, great device here. I really like it. I definitely feel that there's a lot of more metal down here in the bottom, but that's actually good because you're putting so much weight up here. You don't want this stand to be too top heavy compared to the bottom, and since it has that extra weight on the bottom, it's not going to go anywhere. So I really like that as well. I also like how rigid this stand is too, because sometimes you can get those stands where whenever you put something on there, it just flops down or anything like that. But these are really nice and tight. You don't need like any special tool or anything to keep it tight. It's just tight to begin with, which is super cool. Okay, thank you guys for watching this. Thumbs up, it's appreciated.